The Death Daughter. Coolest name for a fiend in my opinion. I wanted to grow stronger, become more powerful. I'm tired of being treated like a wimp. Sometimes I can't even stand to look at myself. I've gone through life running. When I look at myself, I see a weakling, a puny creature feared by none. Like when I was a human, I was a runt then too. If I was fated to turn into a fiend, I wish I could have been big. Like an iron giant, slicing my way through the wind with my bare shoulders. But I tried to adapt, truly I did. Even a small fiend can beat a big one if it's quick enough, right? So I trained hard, but something didn't feel right. That wasn't the kind of power I wanted. What I wanted was the power to not have to bow down to anyone. I think I get it now. I thought I wanted to be stronger, more powerful. But all this time, what I was missing wasn't strength. It was courage. Courage to face the world. I was bullied again. My god, that is an iron giant. Careful, kid. He's spying on us. Are we really going to try and fight? Oh my god, there's an ogre as well. Is that Buzzer the weakling? Weakling, weakling. Take that back. What did you say? No, I couldn't hear you. I'm not a weakling. You want to have a go then? Oh, he's going for it. And they just beat the crap out of him. Ha! Not even worth my time. Let's go. Aww. I was expecting a happy ending. What is it? You were so brave. You took on that scary fiend all by yourself. When I gathered up my courage, I just felt really good. Oh, you're still here. This is our place, you see? I told you not to play around here. What? You have something you want to say? Courage, right? Ah! We never see how that goes. But I mean, if the little kid just gets the crap beaten out of him, I honestly don't really understand the moral of that story. I mean, I get the idea. Fight back, stand up for yourself, whatever. Okay. Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today we are back over on our New Game Plus file where we're going to be getting 100% completion on the game. Before we jump into this stuff where we choose the Youth League now and see the other option, I want to show you guys what it kind of looked like to complete Chapter 1 on the New Game Plus file. Just some interesting things, check them out. Alright, so here we are at Kilika. Now remember, on this file we did speak to Tobly at the Moonflow. And what do you know, the second you zone in after having done Zanuck and besaid stuff, Tobly's crew aren't there, so there's no cutscene. I did want to show this. I kind of question now whether it was worth showing, but I wanted to show what it looked like to fight this final boss with just the regular girls. And one thing in particular I'm doing really cool with Pain here is I taught her a gun mage ability that makes her do 4 times damage, quadruple damage to mechs, which is what this boss is considered. So, and then you got Riku going ham as well as a black mage here, and you'll see we deal with him fairly well. Pain does eventually die, which means, actually, does this mean that I have no footage here at all? But a lot of these abilities that you're seeing me use here, actually, I'll be talking about in the video because our girls are substantially more powerful now. There you go, we get a fear out, and this time we actually get a Phoenix down as well, so Pain still gets AP for the fight. The last thing really to show off is now that we have no Tobly, he's not hitchhiking on board the Celsius with us, we just have the musicians, but then we also have both Owaka and Clasko here in this cutscene. As you can see, they're sat down, which is pretty cool. Another excuse to hear Yuna singing too. I found it kind of weird you could do a strange file where you don't go to the moon flow, so you don't get 100% there, but then you do also go to the effort of getting Owaka and Clasko, and so through that means you could get the absolute maximum amount of people on the airship, though it would mean nothing. It would just mean you'd see kind of a rare iteration of this cutscene. Funnily enough, halfway through the cutscene too, Clasko and Owaka just seem to disappear while Yuna's sitting alone, wondering where Len is, and then they magically reappear again as well. I'll do a cut for you guys in a second where you get to see that. But that's pretty much it. Otherwise, most things are the same. And we're going to be doing, obviously, the main branch now in a second. Here you go, this is the last thing, where you can see Clasko and Owaka appear again, and they join the crowd staring forward. This episode, though, we're going to see the other major branch of the game, what happens when we give the sphere to the Youth League.
I'm going to go to bed.
Alright, so with all of that done, let's move on now. I'd love to go to Shinra here and show you guys some of the monster capture stuff. However, he still wants to show us the sphere, which we're not interested in at all. So we're going to say not now. And instead, we're going to talk to Brother and choose who we're going to give the awesome sphere to. Now, in previous episodes, we gave it to New Yevon, for which Praetor Baralai was very grateful to us. But though this allowed us to access Bevel in Chapter 2, we really didn't get anything amazing for it. We got to see the Kinderguardians. They gave us an item called the Cat's Bell, which gave us HP regeneration while out of battles. But some of the areas we were able to travel to before were locked off. They said something weird was going on in Bevel. We couldn't figure it out. Let's instead give it to the Youth League headquarters this time. The Youth League's only just formed. It's already known across Sphere for its explosive disposition. Sure, we can trust these guys with the sphere. Well, Donna's with them. I guess she's a friend. The Nuge guy does seem a little bit shifty, but we'll see what happens. I think ultimately, with the game's themes of, oh, being young is amazing, young people everywhere, woo! We were sort of supposed to go with the Youth League, right? I think that's what the girls want anyway. And of course, this will unlock an extra % completion by the end of the game, and 3 new characters for our party. Well, there he is. Last time we came here, I like how he just disappears there too. Last time we came here, we couldn't go inside.
Wow, they're pulling out all the stops.
I wonder why.
You're the High Summoner, remember?
Who throws a welcome party for the people who ripped them off?
Today, Mick. Today.
Details. Show some class, man. Man, I love how I can read Albert on this file.
Go, wings, go. La 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 la. Go, wings, fight. La 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 la.
Shinra's got it going on. It's all about the la la la-ing.
We'd like to give you the sphere that you were looking for. Now that you have this, you can stop the fighting in Kilika.
How generous. And how sudden. Maybe you should start by introducing yourself, High Summoner.
We're the Golems.
Riku.
I see. Sphere hunters. In that case, I gratefully accept the sphere you have brought. On behalf of the Youth League, I thank you. Everyone, 3 cheers for the Gull Wings.
Go Wings! Go Wings! Go Wings! Go Wings! Go Wings! Go Wings! Go Wings!
Oh, looks like we're going inside the tent.
Go Wings! Go Wings! Go!
At least Baralai told us more about what was on the sphere, right? What does Nuge know? Why does Nuge want this so bad? Does he even know what's on it?
So, did you watch it? The sphere.
Well, you see,
We did.
Oh boy.
Forget.
I'm afraid I cannot.
Yuna, don't let him push you around.
Some advice. That thing, the Colossus you saw, is known as Vecna Gun. It possesses overwhelming destructive power. It must not be touched. Yet those Yevon fools think they can control it. The Youth League will do whatever it takes to make sure they do not get a chance to try. Trust me, you don't want to get involved.
Tell me, who was the man I saw in the sphere?
I cannot say.
Ah, damn it, neither of you.
I see.
Hey, we got a distress signal.
And the robbery begins. So one thing I kind of like about all of this is you guys might have thought Barreleye fed us a line, and Barreleye said the Youth League just want Vecna Gun so they can use it to control Spira or whatever. And you might have thought we were going to get that same hokey line from the other perspective, that the Youth League's motivation is because Yevon wants to destroy Spira. But that's not true, is it, actually? News just believes that Yevon can't control it. And of course, this stuff is the same stuff we've seen before, so I'll see you guys in a second.
It's official.
1,000 years before you can take on the mighty LeBlanc.
Alright then, so the hunt for the uniforms is on, but as the LeBlanc Syndicate said, it'll be 1,000 years before we can take them on. Instead of going to Guardo Salam this time, I'd like to show you guys some of the other stuff we can do during this chapter, and we'll begin that with what it looks like in Bavel if we didn't help them out. Looks like the Gullwings are on New Yevon's blacklist. We might want to keep our distance, you know? Look, we're the High Summoner. If anyone appreciates that out of anyone in the world, it must be New Yevon. So, let's see what they have to say. Maybe they'll let us in. Maybe they'll be nice, right? You never know. And here we go. It's so weird on the HD remake. You can see how low-res some of the houses and stuff in the background are. So, will you still let us use your lift? Lady, you know why. Why have you abandoned us? Oh, you're not going to let us use the lift. Damn it. I was hoping he would. I've talked about that so many times and not shown it yet. They say, no Youth League sympathizers may pass. And they actually fight us. Now, again, I sort of feel like
This is your lucky day.
this isn't a real fight. This is just them trying to keep us away. But whatever. So you'll notice there's some differences with our team here. Same classes. Songstress, Black Mage, Gun Mage. I'm going to be putting the Songstress away pretty soon. But I do want to show off some of her abilities because we've learned a fair amount more. So she's got Darkness, Silence, Sleep. She's got the Carnival Can-Can, which we also saw before, and Slow Dance, so she will inflict slow on enemies while dancing now. This is super powerful, and many enemies, especially in Chapter 1, if you can get it that early, aren't resistant to slow, so they'll just barely ever use their abilities against us. It's great. Riku still only has Black Magic and Item, but you'll notice with her Black Magic, she's actually got the auras now. The way that this works on Black Mage is after you've learned Fire, you can learn Fira. After you've learned Fira, you can choose if you want to learn Fire or Gur. So you could just stick on one element, and you'd probably already have Tier 3 Black Magic, but you wouldn't have, like, the variety yet. So I went with the full variety. Costs a lot of AP to learn the Augurs, and you'll notice there's 2 slots after the Augurs for also unique Black Magic spells, which we'll get to when we get to them. Anyway, this will probably kill them. We'll cast a Fira, Tier 2, and we'll cast it across 2 different people. I guess we'll talk about Pain. Oh no, okay, so it's still going on. Pain's got some new abilities, which, again, yeah, I do want to show off in the next battle. You'll also notice Yuna now has the ability to sing. So the Songstress isn't just about dancing. She will sing us songs. Who would have thunk it? And we'll kill that guy before the fear even goes off. I've done some really cool things thanks to the creature creator and playing in tournaments in the arena, which I will be showing you guys. You can get some great stuff that really helps you level your guys in interesting and quick ways, which ultimately has been really fun and a massive relief off of my shoulders for actually getting everyone grinded off in grind off screen. What's this? Break through and you will be an enemy of Bavel. Well, you're already fighting me, so it kind of looks like I am an enemy of Bavel, does it not? Okay, so Riku will go with the War Tara this time. There's 3 targets. Sleepy Shuffle is fantastic. So let's look at Pain. She still has no blue bullets. This is fine, though. There were maybe 3 we could have learned in Chapter 1. They're still available in Chapter 2, so we'll be okay with this. She's still got Scan. And she also has Fiend Hunter now. So these are the abilities that do massive damage to specific types of enemies. So Mech Destroyer is what you saw me spamming on the boss at the end of Chapter 2. And she's also got some others. So she's got quadruple damage to helms, lupines, flans, and machina. Obviously, none of those are these guys, so I'm just going to regularly attack. I don't think she ever learned something that makes her do lots of damage to humans, but we'll see. We'll cast another global one there. And one more attack. Yuna will stop dancing in a moment. Oh, there we go, they're dead. I'll show off the sing abilities in just a second. Now, there is a very distinct difference between singing and dancing. They're both things along the same lines, though. They buff your team. Hey, there's a little kid. You're not going to fight us, are you? Yikes! It's the Gullwings! Zoinks! Oh, look. Now some people come to save the kid. I'll save you! Dude, we're not going to attack a child. I mean, what is this? Some things in this game are so unrealistic. It's unbelievable. Like we would be attacking a child just because we gave the sphere to someone else. But fine. We'll attack here. So, while you're dancing, the buffs happen. So, they will have slow on them, but only while I'm dancing. Singing are like buffs you can give people. And then they stay for the rest of the battle. You know, I told you guys most things wear off after a while. I'm pretty sure the singing stuff stays. So this is sort of its unique slot within the rest of the game. So you've got Battle Cry to raise the party's strength, which I guess we'll cast. Riku is going to throw a potion on herself. You notice I got 99 high potions. The arena is amazing for getting high potions, and you'll see that soon enough. And here we go. You see, we've got the Battle Cry. And again, you would have seen me spamming a lot of these abilities in that Killika fight. What else have we got? We've got Cantus Firmus, same thing, but for defense. Esoteric Melody raises your magic power. Disenchant, I think this is a weird name for this, but raises your magic defense. Shouldn't that lower enemy magic defense? But whatever. Perfect Pitch raises the party's accuracy. And the Matador's Song raises your evasion. And these things are all quite significant. If you start a battle and just sing all the different songs with Yuna, or whoever your songstress is, you can see massive results. If I, were to throw an item at myself... Oh, no, hold on. If I were to throw an antidote at myself, you'll see the buffs we've got. Look at all these buffs that are appearing on our lines here. You'd get tons if you sang all of the songs, and they can really, really help you out in battles. It just takes a while to achieve. Okay, we'll shoot him in the head.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it, Pain. Relentless. I really don't like Riku's trousers in the Black Mage outfit, I've just noticed. Like, one green leg, one purple leg? What is that? That's so icky and weird. But sure. Anyway, so this is kind of the way that the songstress is working. I'll show you the abilities that they can learn as well in a second that can get rather overpowered. This guy says, I was going to look the other way and let you pass, but since you insist on bothering me, we get into a fight with him. And apparently one of his friends comes over too. I sort of miss... There's some weird, Pavlovian thing within me where I see these enemies and I'm like, oh yeah, these guys are going to be great to fight because they're the flamethrower dudes from the previous game that would give you the double overdrive. And of course there is no classic overdrive system in this game, so it means nothing. But they died pretty quickly anyway. And down they go. And it's funny because actually on the other file, these are people we would just be talking to normally, right? And we're actually removing them from the map here. There is no equivalent to that if you chose New Yevon and you were fighting in the Youth League area. I never imagined this day would come. Oh, the fall of a great hero, right? I mean, this is just bad in my opinion. For the story of the game, for everything, this just feels kind of bad. Because it's not so much a grey area if we're flat out fighting people. But again, you know... I guess you can just not take that seriously. Though there does seem something weird about that.
It's a wrap!
Anyway, I think there's one more guy we fight. I don't think we actually fight this monk dude over here. He says, yes, those that have the ability to change might indeed know happiness. What does that mean? And over here we got 3 final guards. Actually, we might be done with the battles now. Who say, hi, Summoner, there is no point in fighting any further. Please withdraw. What? What in spirit are you doing? Uh-oh. Hey, wait! Wow. So we're fighting the 3 guys that were behind us. What do we want to dance here? I guess we'll still Sleepy Shuffle. Now, that big thing there, if we scan it... Let's have a look. This is sort of the way that the gun mage should work. I wish scanning would forever unlock the ability to see enemy health. But here, so you see, this is a YAC-13 classification mech. A magic-powered machina used by New Yevon. Both arms are cannons, making it an impressive piece of artillery. It's used for security inside temples, so it's never seen outside. Until now, I guess? Or when the Youth League steals them, as we saw one of these earlier. Got loads of immunities, but the main thing you're looking at here is classification mech. So now that we know it's a mech, next time Pain gets a turn, which she has straight away, that doesn't actually cost a turn to scan, we can go to Fiend Hunter. We have two options here. We have Dismantler, deal quadruple damage to Machina, or Mech Destroyer, quadruple damage to mechs. This is a mech. The other guys are asleep, so we can just focus on this, and you'll watch Pain will devastate this guy now with a huge hit of damage. 1,376. Now, he's very tanky too, but you'll see she doesn't even have a particularly long cast time here. It's a shorter cast time than Riku with her black magic. And so, in this way, once you've unlocked all this stuff with the Gun Mage, they can do crazy damage to fiends, and then through blue bullets like White Wing, Mighty Guard, suddenly be great supports as well. For that reason, it's one of my favourite classes. It's kind of funny, I've always enjoyed in games where you get to play something that steals stuff from enemies or reacts a lot based on the enemy you're fighting. I don't know. And she just learned Scan Level 2 there too, also. Which improves the functionality of scan. It's a shame we didn't get like a second before I scanned that guy. But yeah. So, this guy says, everyone's blood is on the boil. Please withdraw, I beg you. And I guess we listen. So, kind of weird, kind of stupid. No % completion, no reason to do any of that really. It's just for curiosity's sake. So this guy here says, turning their guns on the High Summoner. What is Bevel thinking? So this keeps it a bit of a grey area, I guess. You were running out of Bevel. I'm sorry to hear that, High Summoner. So, a lot of them are still on our side, as you can see. What do we want to do now? Well, today, really, the main thing I wanted to do was I wanted to go to Besaid again. I look forward to Besaid because it's the most appropriate times I can cut in footage from Eternal Calm, which we still haven't seen all of just yet. So, I've been, in so many videos, I've been like, oh, do I edit this in here? Like, I'm having a bit of trouble with the Fiend Tales at the moment as well. There's way too many to do episode-exclusive things. I think they'd be kind of boring episodes, and the way I did the commentary on all of them, they just wouldn't work as episodes on their own. But it can also feel a little bit jarring when you just put a Fiend Tale in the middle of something else. So, I don't know, but there's so many. 185, or just thereabouts, 140 probably Fiend Tales in total. It's so difficult to know where to put them in. But Eternal Calm's a bit easier. You can just do it whenever we go to Besaid. And that's what I want to do today. So, let's head on up. Of course, we were in Makalani Forest there. We were right near the Calmlands. Could have done some kooky other pattern where we checked out those areas. Not that there's very much to do necessarily. So, Riku says we can go back to Bevel, but we'll just end up getting chased off again. Yeah, I guess they don't really like us that much. And Pain says, no matter what we say, New Yevon will probably take it as a threat. Yeah, let's go to Besaid first. I want to show you guys so much. Alright, first, let's just quickly wrap up what I want to talk about with the classes. Let's look at Eunice Songstress. These two abilities here, she doesn't know. And she won't be able to learn them either. Not until you get special items later on in the game. She needs to basically read books to learn how to do these special abilities here. Yeah, I'm not joking with you guys. So there is a slight twist with the songstress on how to learn abilities. These two for now, we won't know. Some of these ones that I haven't learnt just yet, we've now seen all of the abilities, all the songs, but there's a couple of dances I haven't shown you, and they're very strong. Slow Dance inflicts slow on enemies. Jitterbug sustains haste on your entire party while she's dancing. So it's sort of like a slightly worse hasthesia, I guess, but costs no mana and can't be stripped, and you can just apply it whenever you like. There is an interesting decision in battles when you've got Jitterbug and Slow Dance, which one do you want to do, but as soon as enemies start becoming immune to slow, Jitterbug will still pull through for you and still make you quicker because obviously the haste works. And obviously you can't have both on at once, but there are ways around that. Maybe you could use another class that inflicts slow on everyone while she's jitterbugging. We'll see. There's also Break Dance, inflicts stop on all enemies while dancing. Again, while things aren't immune to this, crazy strong ability. It's like Sleep on crack. It's the Sleepy Shuffle ×2. And lastly, Dirty Dancing, one of the best songstress abilities. The party inflicts critical hits while you dance. Think of this, okay, and it might be something you wouldn't conceive of instantly because in this Let's Play I've only ever had a unit on these classes. But what if you were Dirty Dancing while you had two girls running high attack rate classes like Trigger Happy, for example. Trigger Happy isn't a perfect example because it's low base damage anyway, but you do this, you have her Dirty Dance while other people do these massive multi-hit attacks, and they just all crit crit. It's a fantastic little combo, and we will learn these probably off screen, but that's the songstress. That was sort of my feature of Chapter 1. We're going to move to a different support class now with the White Mage, and I might shuffle things around a little bit as well. I don't want Yuna always on support. I don't want to, you know, typecast her as that character just because she was that in the first game. And yeah, so that's pretty much all I wanted to show. Let's head to besaid. Let's do it. Sorry, Yuna, no leads on any uniforms. That's fine, buddy. I guess I'll go figure this out on my own. Let's go to Besaid Island. So there is a mission here. On my original playthrough of this game, very original playthrough, I never did this. So I'm sort of winging it right now. I didn't do this, but this is the man from the league. Some youth league guy is training the Besaid Aurochs and training them hard. Want to go check it out. So let's do this. We're going to meet someone from the youth league here who is probably, and I don't know why, and we'll talk about this more as the story unfolds, but one of my favourite characters in this game. And I don't know why. I really don't. Anyway, so we load out and check it out. The Aurochs are here. Hey, guys.
So you gave the sphere to the Youth League, yeah? Yeah. We knew you were on our side.
What do you mean?
The besaid Aurochs have all joined the Youth League. Well, officially at least. And Waka hasn't joined up yet. Can't blame him, yeah? His kid's popping out any minute, you know. Now's not the time for him to be fussing around with politics.
Fussing, you say?
Who's he?
I am Beclem. I've been dispatched to Besaid by Youth League headquarters. I'm here to pound some fight into these pathetic slackers.
He's 100 times stricter than Waka.
You must be awfully confident in your strength if you're skipping training just to flap your lips like that. So, I guess you won't mind showing me what you're all really made of, then.
Oh, no way. He's kidding. What do we do now?
What do we do now?
Is no one among you man enough to break my record? You're pathetic.
Okay, he's creeping me out.
Seriously.
See you later, Yuna.
Okay.
Stop that at once! The age of temples and prayers is over. It's about time you let go of those musty old traditions. There's no need to bow down to summoners either. Yes, summoners are a thing of the past.
Hold it right there! Whose comm do you think this is, Buster?
There are no more Aeons to summon. Summoners are worthless now.
You will take those words back.
I will. If you succeed in proving your worth to me. Well, what do you say?
He's a douchebag. Don't get me wrong, he's a douchebag, but he is right. There is no use for summoners. That doesn't mean Yuna shouldn't get credit for what went down, though, right? Though, again, I don't think she should get soul credit. And she does enjoy a life of getting soul credit all the time, you know, just because someone finally stands up to her. Anyway, so this guy, Beclem, obviously, he's a complete douchebag right now. An interesting little bit of trivia. His character model is actually the same as the one that was used for Yojimbo's Faith in the previous game. Some of the new characters you do meet in X-2 are sort of reused, a bit like Shinra, right? But that's where you saw him in the previous game, and it was kind of weird for me back when I was playing X. I was like, hey, you're Beclem. Anyway, so you're on, and let's see what goes on. How do we prove our worth? Is this just going to be a fight? We wanted to go in the village, see Besaid and Waka. They're our true friends. So, we are being told to run the Gunner's Gauntlet. Gun down fiends and make your way to the beach within the time limit. Score high and put Beclem's record to shame. Score more than 500 points and make it to the beach. So this is one of the new mini-games in X2. I haven't played it for a long time. I'm genuinely serious right now. I might do terribly here. I probably don't need a tutorial, though. So we're just going to say put me right into the action. There is a lot of cool stuff here. If you continue playing this in Chapter 2 and get amazing at it, you can get insane loot. Like, incredibly defensive loot. Stuff that boosts your stats by, like, plus 100. Stuff like that, okay? But it's very hard to do, and it's tricky, and you've got to learn the minigame very well. So let's just put me right into the action here and see how we do.
The way you twaddled on before, you had best break my record. Now, begin!
Oh my god, dude. I will slap you so hard. Alright, 500 points, that's what we got to. This is my first time, I don't know. It's basically like a shooter. It's like a third-person shooter. That's what we're dealing with here. Alright, so... oh god, I can't remember the controls. Alright, yes it is. It's X. So we're going to shoot the dingo, and by doing that, we get some points. Then we can shoot this dingo. I think R1 and L1 do swap targets. As you kill enemies, you get chests, which give you more ammo. So you see up in the top right there, Una has an ammo score. We're also on a time limit for what it's worth, so we do want to get moving down the beach. As you can see, so we've got 6 minutes 40 seconds right now. And basically it's a gauntlet where you run from here all the way to the beach. And how do I select a target? Oh, no. Okay, it's circle. Circle must select a target then, that's fine. And as you shoot enemies, without getting hit for yourself, you'll notice at the bottom we're getting something called a chain. And this chain will slowly grow. As the chain gets higher, you get more points for kills, and ultimately can unlock other stuff. So we want a really big chain. We never want to get hit by a fiend, and by the end, as long as we're still doing very well, we should be getting insane combos. There are loads of different fiends and enemies that can arrive. You'll see here we're being charged by quite a few already. And there's loads of different types of ammo as well, which I believe you get from chests. So we've got 49 ammo right now. And we want to kill this Garuda. But basically, Una will have to reload every now and then as well. And so what you can do when you have multiple types of ammo is... so here we've got dual shot ammo now. And you can see we've even got death ammo. So, is it... Yeah, now R1 swaps our ammo. So we've got regular ammo, which is what we've been using. And what you can do, if there's tons of fiends and you want to build a really high chain, you can quickly, as she's reloading, swap ammo. And that will stop you having to recharge. See how we hit with dual shot there? And here we can just death shot the Garuda. No! Oh, yes. Okay, we got it. That was close. Because he's going to drop more death shot ammo anyway, right? We'll do that again with that coyote just because he was getting a little bit close. And really, you just want to keep tapping circle, which targets a fiend off in the distance. And you can be sure that you're hitting them before they even come on screen. Damn it. I messed up. That lost us our chain. So we might not actually beat Beclem's score here. And we might not beat it first time. So there we go. He's dead anyway. And you'll notice here, kind of with this path, we can at least just keep running. And enemies will keep coming. Now, as long as we're within that 6-minute time slot, we should be fine. So I'm just going to keep pressing circle and X here until we get a target on a fiend that's running at us, but is still off screen. And you see we can kill it before it even arrives. And it doesn't matter that we have to reload because the distance is so far away. Now, I do remember reading a tip online that a good way to deal with this whole mini-game, we've got loads of dual shot ammo here, is to... now, dual shot will just fire 2 things at once, so it's basically twice as good as regular ammo. I heard that one good thing is to let them get close to you so that you can keep getting the chests without, you know, progressing. Because obviously you need more ammo. Gonna have to do that with that coyote there because he was getting a little bit close. 4 minutes left. Now, if you want like the insanely high scores, you need to go for stuff like 5,000 score, I think. And that might seem insane to you guys. That might seem like the stupidest, craziest thing in the world. Because, frankly, look at us. We've got, what, 130 score after all this time? We're nearly at the beach. But this is because I got hit. This is because I was avoiding certain fiends that can appear. You see, we got 2 here, so we might want to swap to death to deal with him, then go back to regular ammo because we don't want to waste it. Now the coyote's here, and we can just finish him off like so. There we go. I'm getting the hang of it. It's been years since I've played this. I'm getting the hang of it. I'm okay. The main thing you want to do, though, is make sure you actually can get on the beach. And my main fear right now is that I can't remember how much more of this there is. Before, like how many fiends appear on the next screen and so on. Also, we're not getting attacked from behind right now. There is actually another version of this minigame as well on a different map, which I guess it would be a spoiler for me to talk about that map just now, so I guess I won't. There we go, we'll finish him off. He seems to take about a round of dual shot, unlike the coyotes that take just one round of regular ammo. There you go, see, he says straight away. We're almost at chain 3. Oh, God. I think I just wasted some ammo there. That's fine, though. Another basic coyote there. Come on. Our chain is almost up. So I guess I'll show us one of these. I do want to get the 500 points just to, you know, screw with Beclem here. Alright, we don't have to reload, so I'm going to stop. We're going to have to kill both of them like that, unfortunately. Oh, we're out of regular ammo. That's pretty bad. We only have dual shot ammo. Okay, the coyote gave us some regular ammo again. That's fine. We're at 370 points. Just got to keep getting these chests. I'll let them walk back along the map, I guess. Kill the Garuda with the death. Oh, no. Dual shot. Okay, that's fine. He's recalling. Woo! Okay, and another coyote. I remember this being a huge challenge when I was younger, but I also think I was just generally a little bit worse at, like, micromanaging the ammo and stuff back then. It also looks like there's way less fiends here than I know actually can exist, so I'm a little cautious of that. Swap to that. Move over to dual shot. What are we at? We're at 464 with 1 minute 50 seconds left. We should probably move forward a bit, right? There we go. 470. Now he's dead. Don't want death ammo. We can only use dual shot. Oh, he's right next to us. Come on. Oh, we're at 500. We're at 500. Okay, I don't need to be scared anymore. All right, Beclem. Time to feel bad, buddy, but it's game over. Now, there are tricks. There's certain places where you can find... Oh, my God. Okay, we got hit. I don't care, though. Let's just charge. You know, this unit doesn't really have health. It's mostly just about this chain. There are places where you can, like, hide in certain waterfalls, and there's loads of rarer fiends, and they just keep coming. There is another type of ammo I haven't shown you guys yet, but I'm not sure how or when you really unlock a lot of that stuff. I'm not going to jump down here. Oh, here we go. So here's a Machina, for example. We'll just kill him with some death ammo there. And that's fine. Can we go off on the air on the right? We've still got a minute, 7 seconds. Oh, we can. Are there going to be extra fiends here? Oh, this is also new. It's wonderful. Okay, I can't see anyone there yet. Maybe later there will be people there. All right, we only got 50 seconds. We got to get going, guys. We got to get out of this place. Down to the beach. I don't think you have to walk all the way along the beach. If you do, I may have left this way too late. I think you just get to the start of the beach. And otherwise, I think I'm just going to charge along shooting death ammo. Yeah, there he is. There he is. Okay, good. All right, dude. I beat your score. What about it? What's up? What's up? Score 571. The current high score was 500. And I'll tell you guys the reason.
Take that!
I never did this on my previous file.
Skill you may have, but I find it hard to believe you defeated Sin. You obviously had some help.
I did, from my friends. My pilgrimage was successful because my friends and the Aeons supported me along the way. And they still do. Memories of the time we spent together make me strong. I won't stand here and let you call that strength useless.
Must your kind always prattle on about your precious memories?
Your kind? What does that mean?
He's got some nerve.
Sore loser.
Yeah, he's a douchebag. I feel like we've all known someone a lot like Beclem before. Just can't handle it. I kind of like his voice actor anyway. So here's a bonus for scoring more than 500 points and reaching level 2. So we get a new garment grid. This is the Enigma Plate. Love to show that off to you guys. And we now have the option of redoing the gauntlet whenever we like. It's going to throw us back to the Celsius here, but I absolutely will go back to besaid. We didn't even get to do what we originally went there for. And so here's the thing with that. The reason I never did it on my previous playthrough file is that the high score carries over to New Game Plus. And so if I had done on my previous file, got amazing at the minigame, practiced it for you guys so I could look like some kind of boss on the internet, right? Then when I loaded in to do it now and actually record it, the high score wouldn't have been 500. It wouldn't have been Beclem's high score. Oh, no. It would have been my high score, which would have been like 5,000 or whatever. And I might not have even had everything available. Like, we wouldn't have been level 2. So it just would have been ridiculous, almost impossible. And then because I wouldn't have seen that scene, I would have missed out on 100%. So it's kind of one of those scary things. But what do we get? We got the Enigma Plate. This is the one. So this is a grid that raises your magic defense. It's one of the basic stat ones. 10% plus 10 magic defense, and then if you go through any of the gates, you also get a further plus 15. So if you were to go through all of these gates, you're going to get a huge boost to the magic defense stat. All right, so we're done with that. I have more garment grid discussion very soon. Riku says, nice work, Uni. Way to put that Mars reject in his place. Payne says, feel any better now? Feel any better now? One thing I don't like about that cutscene that they did there was they overuse this thing where they like swing the camera down to someone's feet to make them look like really tall and empowering. And it's okay. It's an okay shot, you know. It's an okay device. It's a cool trope. Tropes are tools. I don't mind that. But they use it so much in this series, like so much. You just can't help but notice it. You grew up on Besaid, right? Sounds like Beclem isn't cutting the Aurochs any slack as usual. Again, all this stuff we did on Besaid we could have missed. So on my previous file, I first met Beclem at a slightly different time when he was a bit less of a douchebag, I must be honest. Anyway, so check it out. Here's the Aurochs. They're being trained. If we so much scratches ourselves, he makes us run 100 laps. Oh, Jasu, I'm sorry. Letty says, we went ahead and joined the Youth League, but what exactly did they do anyways? That's true, what do they do? Well, you're being trained. Every day is a special training day. I can't take it anymore. Hey, it's alright. Okay. I wonder where the rest of the orcs are, maybe inside? So here's Beclem. Oh, we get in a little battle here. Iron Giant. So what kind of classification do you guys think an Iron Giant is? I'm going to slow dance him. I guess we'll cast a Thundara at the very least. There we go. So we'll scan, and we get to show off scan level 2 here also. Look at how quickly the scan just goes through. It's fantastic. So now that we have scan level 2, we can actually use the analog stick to rotate any fiends we're looking at. So you can turn them upside down, get an upskirt, whatever you like, okay? It doesn't really improve like what you can do to glean information from them, but it is cool, and it's probably one of the most useless abilities, if you can even call it that, to unlock in the game. But it's cool, so whatever. And you can zoom stuff out. If this was an enormous fiend, think about it. He's already a pretty big fiend, right? Imagine if this was just a dingo, he'd be tiny. If it was a huge boss later on in the game, then it would still fill up a good portion of the screen. Anyway, so classification Iron Giant. Well, unfortunately, we can't really use anything then. It says a fiend that appears to be a Machina, but is actually an empty suit of armor animated by fireflies. Physical attacks are ineffective, but it is vulnerable to magic. We have a fiend tail of one of these we can show off as well at some point.
Astrophobic, not me.
So really, all the paint can do there is just attack, set up a chain for Riku with the lightning attack, and down he goes. Again, it's besaid, it's kind of easy here. Plus, we're pretty well leveled, actually, on this file. So let's speak to Beclem. I'm not going to run the gauntlet again. He says these nobodies do nothing but wag their tongues all day. Maybe you'd like to run the gunner's gauntlet and show me what you've got. I guess you can't really get a list. I may have to edit. Well, even editing a list on isn't going to help you guys for what rewards you can get, because I would have to then describe what each of the accessories and stuff does. But there's great stuff, great rewards there. It's worth learning it, and I'll be learning it off screen. We'll probably return to it next chapter. That seems most logical to me. Because I don't want to get all the crazy overpowered stuff anyway. Like, I don't want to sit here for hours and hours and hours, get amazing air, get overpowered stuff, and then just destroy the integrity of, you know, how difficult boss fights and stuff are supposed to be. Anyway, so a couple of reasons to come here. To matchmake and to do publicity. Shoot open air, yes? They don't. Why doesn't anyone like the Hypello? I think the children like the Hypello. I have the perfect person for you. You've turned her off. There is a kind of an interesting idea, right, with these, that mini game. You know how there's 5 options? Well, what you can do is just dedicate an option to each chapter as you play through the game. Like, you say the same thing to everyone, and you just note down when you get really good responses, and then try something different in the next chapter, or stick with it if you've got the good response. And then that would be a really systematic way of eventually knowing what everybody's response is perfect to. And I think maybe that's why they set it up this way. Wonder if they've stumbled upon any rare finds lately, says this guy. What about you? Yeah, you had that key. I've got this key with the emblem of besaid on it. How does 900,000 gil sound? That sounds great! I don't have enough gil. Yeah, well, this is this crazy file from the previous game with loads of gil. It's still only 300,000, so that's still very difficult to get. I'd still have to do a lot more grind if I wanted to buy that key. That also means the stuff in the temple is basically in the same place. So we won't bother going up there, even though maybe there's some people we could matchmake to or publicize to. Instead, let's see about Lulu. Oh, this isn't Lulu and Walker's house, is it? It's the one in the middle. Damn it! My besaid geography is all over the shop. This guy says, Gull Hunter Sphere Wings? Well, sure, you're young, why not? Gull Hunter Sphere Wings? God damn it. You old geezer. He didn't even look that old. It's exactly the kind of thing that you'd mess up, though. Hey, guys. Wow, how come they never practice this hard during the season? Either way, forcing them to practice won't make them any better, yeah? What do you mean? We got them amazing. Actually, we didn't get them amazing in the previous game. In the previous game, I, as a player, decided to kick them all off the team straight away. We'll ignore that. Alright, Walker, just repeated dialogue. And Lulu over here, you've done something very special for Spiro Una. Now it's time you live for yourself. So this chapter, they really don't have that much going on. This is the least they'll have going on in the entire game. I guess everything is just all peaceful and well in besaid for now. And that's besaid done. As I say, chapter 2, not too much going on. I guess I'll see you guys back up in the airship. And we'll see some very interesting things. Woo! This is the tale of the Quadricorn. Do you have someone you can call a rival? You know, someone who you're not really friendly with and really annoyed by, but someone important to your life nonetheless. A worthy opponent. You don't realize how valuable they are to you until they're gone. I myself have felt this void in my life for some time now. I was a blitzball player. This may sound a bit immodest, but I was the star player. My technique was flawless, and never once did I lose. Until that fateful day when I met my rival. My world changed after I met him. The supreme confidence I once held was shattered. I didn't want to lose. I had to see which one of us was worthy of being called a star. But he didn't have time for that. He had a monumental journey to undertake. Still, I requested a match. That was the first and last time we competed. Our match ended with no clear victor. I was obviously dissatisfied. I told him as much, and he replied that we could have a rematch once he returned from his journey, and that we could see our calm season come to fruition, he said. You'd better not have forgotten, O Holland. I've still got you on my sights. Ah, so this was a great rival to the Blitzballer of Holland, one of the High Summoners, who of course died at the end of his pilgrimage. Never got to have this rematch. Now, many years later, this is probably the oldest fiend now that we've seen. This is a very old fiend. Well, isn't that something? Getting turned into a statue. You'd think I'd let you run off thinking that you won? That match was a draw, by the way. We still have unfinished business. There's a ball. Just randomly comes in. A very old one as well. So you want to continue the match, huh? Alright, let's do it then. I think becoming a fiend has addled this guy's brain. He's talking to a statue. I think the idea there is he's batting the ball around. I can't kick. I'm no longer the man I was back then. Looks like you win, Holland. Oh, that's kind of sad. This tale gets really weird now. Since when did you become so pathetic? What? The statue is talking to him? What is this? This doesn't make any sense. Took you long enough to get here. Maybe we're just imagining it? Now, Holland, you! You haven't forgotten our promise, have you? You're the one to talk for the longest time, Fine, then. Let's get this match started. Are we gonna do it? How can we play against the what? No, I can't anymore. I concede defeat. Wow, we are kind of pathetic now, eh? The one man in the world whose skills I respect would never talk like such a loser. The man I aspired to be. Has always been you. Kinda cheesy, but I'm always a sucker for those kinds of stories. Great rivals finding respect for one another. Well, prepare yourself then. I'll be over there shortly. I really do think that was just all in our head. I mean, what is that? And then we send ourselves, so we'll meet Lord Holland on the far plane and have that game of Blitz.